that their senior year and they can't go to postseason play. It's really, really difficult.
A case unfolding for the last 2 years ended today.
Certainly disappointing, in fact, appalling.
The NCAA upholds the sanctions against Mizzou athletics.
Penalizing 180 of our football, softball, and baseball student athletes. Where is the justice in that?
MU leaders are frustrated.
The NCAA being consistently inconsistent.
Disappointed, but not surprised.
Fans are upset, too, as 3 Tiger teams won't play in the postseason.
I think it's unfair.
It seems harsh.
This is KOMU 8 News at 6.
Coverage you can count on. KOMU 8 News starts now.
Here's what's happening right now. We are tracking very strong winds tonight through tomorrow afternoon. All this as folks are hitting the roads for Thanksgiving travel. Your forecast is coming up in a few minutes. But first, a long-awaited decision from the NCAA on sanctions against Mizzou athletics came in this morning. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jim Rake, and thanks for joining us. This hits Mizzou football, baseball, and softball. The 3 sports reportedly used tutoring services that violated NCAA guidelines. This included a 1-year postseason ban, scholarship reductions, and restrictions on recruiting. That means the Tigers will not be eligible for a bowl if they beat Arkansas Friday and finish the regular season with a record of 6-6. In response to the verdict, the MU chancellor and athletic director responded at a press conference in Kansas City. They said they are frustrated with the decision.
The worst part about all of this is the amount of hurt that this does to our student athletes. They've worked hard. They've spent their lives here getting ready for this, to be at this institution.
Now I'm just angry. I'm angry because of our student athletes and coaches who were so wrongly impacted by this decision.
Just before the 5 o'clock news, the governor gave his thoughts via Twitter, saying in part, "I am especially disappointed that the university's efforts to cooperate and assist in resolving this matter were not taken into serious account. Significant reforms to the NCAA's role in intercollegiate athletics are long overdue." What does this mean for Mizzou athletics overall? KOMU 8's Chris Trevino explained this about an hour ago in Kansas City.
This really was Jim Sturck, unlike I'd ever seen him, so emotional. He said first he was shocked and angry, and then he said it's just not right. He said it is hurtful. Sturck actually tearing up as he said those words, and said he feels for the 180 current Mizzou student athletes who are affected by this ruling, which was not changed after Missouri's appeal. The Tigers waited 4 months for it, and it was not worth the wait. So Sturck says that now they'll just think about what to do going forward, that certainly there needs to be reform with the NCAA. There's already discussion around members around the country because Missouri feels this really was not just. Chancellor Alexander Cartwright saying it was disappointing and appalling, and he said he wasn't sure whether the ruling encourages or discourages compliance. So we'll see a big day for Missouri, but not a good one, as after their appeal and wait for 4 months, nothing has changed. Missouri with postseason banned for a year, scholarship reductions, and recruiting restrictions.
Chris, thank you very much. Mid-Missouri fans are saying a lot about the decision. KOMU 8's Amber Robb spent the day talking to Mizzou folks and joins us here in the studio with their reaction.
Upset is the feeling of the hour for Mizzou fans. Their biggest concern now is next year. Since recruiting is taking a big toll, fans are worried about prospective athletes for the university wanting to become a Tiger. Mizzou fans are saying the sanctions are unfair to the players because the athletes that received the extra help were part of the team a long time ago. One fan I spoke with is upset that Mizzou cooperated and still received harsh sanctions.
It bothers me that it doesn't seem on the surface that we were treated fairly. So that's always a concern. You wonder why that happened.
Fans are posting their feelings about the sanctions on Facebook. Jason Taylor said, "Why punish athletes that wasn't there? Give the program a fine and move on. I'm pretty sure it's not even something the NCAA found. It's something we reported." Greg Smith said, "Well, no reason to try and become bowl eligible. At least beat Arkansas, fellas." This news is leaving fans wishing Mizzou hadn't reported what they found to the NCAA. The fans I spoke with are still hoping for the season to end on a win against Arkansas. In the studio, I'm Amber Robb, KOMU 8 News.
For an interactive timeline of the events leading up to the decision, you can check out our website at KOMU.com.